Hello traders, this is Jim Comiskey coming to you live from Archer Daniels Midland Investor Services. It is Friday, March the 9th at about 12:30. Give you some color on the metals complex amongst other things. First of all, the opinions that I have no doubt about to express are mine and mine alone and are not necessarily shared by Archer Daniels Midland, even though they probably should be. Okay. The gold is currently up $13 to $17.12, coming off its highs here, $17.14.90. Silver on its highs at $34.32, up 52 cents. Okay, despite the fact that the dollar is up 83 cents. Very strange dichotomy going on here. Usually when you see this type of dollar strength, you're going to see weakness in the metals complex. But there were numerous things that came out this morning. Non-statistical things, okay? First of all, we had rumors that the U.S. was strongly contemplating airstrikes over Syria, in Syria. Okay, so that sparked a major pop in the metals. Okay, also crude oil benefited from that as well. Crude at one point was up about $1.60. It's currently up 94 cents, 107.52. Also, Fitch did downgrade Greece, okay, from C to restricted default. All right, so it's pretty much official. I mean, we all kind of knew this, all right, but this is real now. And by the way, they moved the date when they have to make actual interest payments on these bonds out to March the 23rd. They gave themselves an extra 3 days. Okay. But we'll go back to the statistics here. Non-farm payroll released earlier this morning came in a little bit better than expected at 227,000. We had been looking for 210,000. The actual unemployment rate came in at 8.3%. The U6 component, okay, that's the actual unemployment rate that includes, people that the BSBLS, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, sorry, just seasonally adjusts out of the workforce, okay, just drops them out because they figure if the guy stops looking for a job, he's no longer unemployed. U6 counts those people, okay. The unemployment rate in this country is 14.9%. Okay, this is by BLS's own numbers. Sorry, BSBLS. I'll get that straight. Okay. Merchandise trade balance came out at the same time as non-farm did, but this number just isn't as sexy as non-farm. Okay, but it was a big number. Okay. It came out, it was the worst merchandise trade report in the U.S. in 39 months, largest 3-month drop in 20 years. All right, it came in at $52.565 billion. Okay, once again, that's the worst trade balance since October of 2008. And the 3-month drop is the largest ever on record. Okay, in other words, when I say drop, I mean the increase in the deficit. It increased $9.4 billion in that period. Unsurprisingly, the bulk of this drop is in the petroleum trade balance, all right, which has accelerated the most in the last 3 months. Okay, by the way, this merchandise trade report shaves about 0.2% off first quarter GDP. Okay, so it's a significant report. Okay, now speaking of deficits, let's talk about the U.S. government's own deficit. Okay, how much they take in versus how much they put out. Okay, and actually this was out yesterday. I neglected to share it with you. Okay, the U.S. government just notched, yesterday, notched its highest ever monthly deficit, with the red ink running to an estimated $229 billion in February. That's in 1 month. I mean, that used to be, we couldn't even contemplate this for a whole year. Okay, 1 month. Okay, $229 billion. Now, the CBO, the Congressional Budget Office, in a preliminary analysis reported that, by the way, this is from Fox News, their website. Okay, in a preliminary analysis reported that the February 2012 deficit broke last year's monthly record of $223 billion. The office attributed the shortfall in part to a decline in revenue, mainly because of a $25 billion increase in income tax refunds. All right, so we're talking $229 billion, and they're pointing to a $25 billion increase in income tax refunds that they got to pay out. All right, that's, it is what it is. It's an excuse. Okay, going back to this now, according to the CBO, processing delays pushed refund payments that would have been distributed in January off into February. Okay, the CBO projected it for the first 5 months of the fiscal year. The federal government is running a $578 billion deficit. 5 months. Okay, the projected deficit this year is once again projected to top $1 trillion. That's no surprise. All right, I was kind of, when I read that, I'm thinking, all right, there's a whole lot of goofy ways the United States just kind of burns money. All right, I found a good one, and this was also from yesterday. All right, this is from Reuters. Stimulus money meant to help 400 Detroit job seekers reportedly helped 2. Okay, you might want to be sitting down here. Okay, I'll read that again. Stimulus money meant to help 400 Detroit job seekers helped only 2. A chunk of an $11 million stimulus grant meant to provide low-income Detroit residents with clothing for job interviews. Yeah, I can't make this stuff up. I'll start over. A chunk of an $11 million stimulus grant meant to provide low-income Detroit residents with clothing for job interviews. Reportedly aided just 2 people, far short of the 400 job seekers the money was meant to help. $11 million stimulus grant meant to help 400 people buy clothes for job interviews. It works out to $27,500 per person. Okay, but the findings were part of a new audit on the Detroit's Department of Human Services, according to the Detroit News. Wow. All right, so, come on. Is it $11 million stimulus? Okay, and that's just like a drop in the bucket to help 400 job seekers buy clothes for an interview? Right? Can't make the stuff up? No way. Okay, Senate blocked the bid to speed up the Keystone approval process, but Obama lobbies Democrats to oppose it. This was yesterday. Okay, this one's courtesy of Fox News as well. A total of 11 Democrats, though, did end up breaking with the president and voted with the Republicans for this amendment. Having said that, a total of 56 senators voted in favor of this bill, but the amendment needed a 60-vote threshold to pass. All right, so Harry Reid and Obama once again delay the Keystone project. And here we go. Noted pipeline and energy expert, White House Press Secretary Jay Carney, ahead of the vote, accused Republicans of playing politics with the Keystone issue and disputed any suggestion that speeding the process would somehow lower gas prices. Noted petroleum analyst Henry Waxman of California on the Energy and Commerce Committee, which makes him an energy and commerce expert, echoed those comments. He said that even if we produced more oil in the United States, that's not going to lower the price of gasoline. Okay, since oil is priced in the world market, he also said Republicans are playing politics with this issue. All right, whatever. Okay, and then, and in analyzing this, I come across Nancy Pelosi basically accusing evil speculators of causing the price of energy, both crude and unleaded gas, to be off the charts, not quite in record territory, but real close to it. All right, again, I should have said noted energy expert Nancy Pelosi. Where was the outrage? Where is the outrage? Okay, remember under Bush? It was Bush and all his Texas colleagues conspiring to get the price of gas where it is. Okay, and now it's all evil speculators, and there really isn't any outrage out of this woman or Congress in general. Okay, a lot of it has to do with the amount of taxes that the United States, not only at the federal, state, and local level, collect, mostly as a percentage, okay, of the price of gas. The governments are raking in added millions with energy prices at these levels. All right, hence no outrage, unless it's politically inspired by noted energy expert Nancy Pelosi. Okay, here, rather than blame evil speculators, let's go to the EIA's website. Okay, EIA being the the Energy Information Administration. Okay, I pulled up a little report here. You see it. Potential impacts of reductions in refinery activity on Northeast petroleum product markets. Okay, February 2012. See the date? Now, if noted energy expert Nancy Pelosi had bothered to go on to the Energy Information Administration's website, she could have found the same information. All right, on page 1. Right, page 1. All right, here we go. Executive summary from, yes, the U.S. Energy Information Administration. And I'll quote, "This report updates and expands upon a December 11th U.S. Energy Information Administration report, reductions in Northeast refining activity and the potential implications for petroleum product." Okay, Nance, if you're watching, okay, take advantage of the web a little bit more. Since September 2011, 2 refineries in the Philadelphia area, okay, ConocoPhillips Trainer Refinery and Sunoco's Marcus Hook Refinery, and 1 major Caribbean export refinery supplying the East Coast with unleaded, have closed. All right, that Caribbean export refinery being located in the U.S. Virgin Islands. In addition, they've closed. Okay, they've closed. Due to EPA regulations that the companies refused to meet. So the government shut down 3 refineries on the East Coast. Well, 2 on the East Coast and 1 supplying on the East Coast. Okay, in addition now, Sunoco has announced plans to idle its only remaining Philadelphia area refinery, Sunoco Philadelphia, in July 2012 if no buyer is found. Okay, the 3 Philadelphia area refineries taken together represented 50% of the total East Coast refining capacity as of August 2012. 50% of the refining capacity. Okay, in other words, the ability to produce unleaded gasoline. 50% is gone. Okay, on the East Coast. Okay, so yeah, it's a world market, noted energy expert Henry Waxman says. Okay, but it's also a national market in that gasoline that's refined, say, at Whiting, Indiana, or down in Tejas, has to be shipped into the East Coast to make up for that 50% supply reduction. These refineries closed due to excessive EPA regulation, which the companies refused to comply with. All right, and I'm going to wrap it up here because I'm getting a little too angry. The potential loss of the Sunoco Philadelphia refinery represents a complex supply challenge, and no single solution has been identified by industry participants that will address all of the logistical hurdles that must be overcome. The industry will have a financial incentive to serve all markets in the Northeast. In other words, once the price spikes to the point where it gets outrageous, okay, they're going to ramp up production down in Houston, okay, or in Whiting. By the way, there's one other thing I'm going to mention that noted energy analyst Nancy Pelosi failed to mention. The EPA requires seasonal blend changes in unleaded gas in various parts of the nation, spring and fall. In order to make those seasonal blends, they literally have to shut down refineries, okay, and retool, okay, and causing, yes, a shortfall, a temporary reduction in product. Okay, you get my point. And there's another EPA mandate. That's all I got, because again, I'm just going to get worked into a froth, plus I'm at 14 minutes. Okay, please, if you'd like to email me, my email address is jim.comiskey, COMISKEY, at archerfinancials.com, or give me a call on my toll-free, my number 888-935-7979, or leave comments down on the comment page, and either myself or Teddy, mostly, well, both of us actually, will respond to your comments. Let's keep the two-way communication flow going, okay? That's all I got for now. Have a wonderful weekend, and I look forward to talking to you on Monday. Take care.